S&box Drama. Pixels is a new game made by Conna and Gangstalked from Facepunch, inspired by the $1 million homepage and the more recent Reddit r/plays. It's got the community drawing masterpieces pixel by pixel. But, as J.R.R. Tolkien of Gollum fame said,
"Evil cannot create anything new. They can only corrupt and ruin what good forces have invented or made."
Bad fate actors and bots started running rampant, and while the former turned the canvas into a wasteland, the latter turned Conna's server into scorched earth. Organized fronts formed immediately to defend their territory, but as a way to match their relentless dedication, the bots would make use of exploits to turn this into a losing battle. As if things weren't bad already, griefers would in turn mock the forces of good by slowly morphing their creations, turning them into abominations. Ape Tavern developed into an oddly shaped bone leaking fluid. Team Fortress Source 2 became Team Fortnite Gay Game, and Eagle One turned into McDonald's Grimace, losing them their sponsorship with Burger King. Not all hope was lost. Gangstalked deployed a dedicated strike force of professional unpaid moderators. They did what they do best and started handing out bans and giving VIP to their Discord kittens. Conna has also finished optimizing the code, upgrading the server, patching exploits, and adding authentication API for all of S&box games to use. I hit up Conna from Facepunch Studios Limited and he graciously gave us a statement.
The server went down so much because it couldn't initially handle the popularity of pixels. It's a $5 Linode server, but I also wasn't using WebSockets correctly at first, and it wasn't very secure either. Because of this, people immediately took advantage and found exploits. This led to a game of cat and mouse, really, and was quite entertaining. Countering one thing, the attackers finding another way to do it, countering that, etc. Eventually, I seem to have stopped aggressive botting, at least for now, and Pixels seems to run and stay connected for hours and hours with no problems at current. We want to aim at doing a new season of Pixels each month. Each one might have a different theme or limited color set sometimes. And we want people to be able to view previous seasons in a gallery, eventually with fun stuff like heat maps and time lapses.
This is what Pixels looks like right now. It's definitely shaping up to be something great. In fact, I'll just stick it up here, so for the rest of the video you can see me fixing Eagle One's broken relationship with Burger King. It's no Subway Surfer gameplay, but it'll do. On July 20th, I felt a shiver going down my spine. Something felt missing. Turns out, the Discord admins sticked their dirty hands in my Discord server, Smallfish. I don't want any trouble regarding moderation in the future. So I write a support ticket to Discord, I get an automatic response, and then I subsequently get ghosted. What the admins did was ban of our users, known as CyberianLazer, due to a mass report on one of his messages. Now if it was anybody else, I really wouldn't care. But this user in particular has been in 3 S&box Drama episodes in the past, so I knew something was brewing. The message in particular wasn't anything concerning, something about crashing my school, which is actually one of the nicer comments I get. I contacted CyberianLazer, supposedly CyberianLazer's brother, who has joined Discord on a fresh account. He gladly accepted to answer a few questions. Do you know who's behind CyberianLazer's ban?
Mass reports on my account because of potential violence that I might have caused by doing some silly messages.
Do you think it was planned?
Oh, it was definitely a planned attack by the cryptids that gangstalk me. I know too much about the Wendigo population, so those skinwalking demons have had it out for me as well. Also, the demons have probably teamed up with the 1942 roleplay users who have targeted me.
Why did you decide to continue his legacy by taking up his place in the community?
I feel as if I could really be the cyber agent. I've already been accused of being an actual cyber agent by unnamed individuals who use alt accounts to spread lies about me. I did not, and have not, hit the griddy for Ukraine. Please stop accusing me of that.
I see Eagle One invited you to replace CyberianLazer. How have they reacted to the news?
Chimona Hehi has not been the same since Cyber Agent got banned. Cyber Agent was actually Chimona's adopted son, who he loved greatly. Chimona always wanted a strong son, and Cyber Agent was that guy. But as soon as he got banned, he was never the same. He still looks at pictures of Cyber Agent on the regular. He has a lot.
Wanna shout anyone out?
I'd like to shout out.
This is like 4 pages worth of shoutouts, by the way. It's going to take a while, so I'll just place this right here while we move on to the next segment. With 90% of games on Asset Party containing either Source or Box in their title, it was only time before 2 separate developers would both come up with the creative name SourceBox. On July 19th, Matt Walsh of SourceBox fame joined the S&box server, claiming to have come up with it a month ago. Playing in the background are a few videos that we were provided displaying their work on the project so far. The quarrel publicly lasted only a few minutes when Rileyzzz, creator of SourceBox, agreed to change the name in their next update. We were able to get a hold of both developers, and they agreed to take part in an interview to explain the situation from their point of view. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we had to interview both of them at the same time. So on your left here is Matt Walsh, and on your right here is Rileyzzz. When did you start work on SourceBox?
Work on the code has started on July 4th, 2023, and the rebrand happened
I think I came
July
up with the name
17th,
SourceBox around when Kaya asked me if I wanted to
with the
bring my
name
shaders
being
over to
thought of
TFS
a day
2
before.
back in November.
What is the goal of SourceBox?
Play other
The
Source
goal of
Engine games
SourceBox
inside
is
it,
to
which,
prove all the
unlike
haters wrong.
GM Odd,
You want to tell me
actually
I
has
can't
the
mount
entities
HL2
and
assets
mechanics
well?
from the games.
I say try and
like
stop
the
me.
Portal gun. Have
I'll
a
mount whatever I
giant
want.
PS home-like hub world
I'm out of control.
where you can meet other players and interact with them. Have an integrated in-game toolkit where you can edit maps in real time, edit materials, scripts, etc., all contained within the game itself. Be completely free and open source and be cross-platform. Android, Linux, FreeBSD, Windows, perhaps more later. No final release as we are releasing builds daily on our GitHub. Expand the limits of the Source Engine or completely get rid of them.
When did you hear about the other SourceBox?
I heard about the other fake SourceBox this
posted
morning.
an invite to
The nerve of this
Discord and
guy!
said,
I want
there
to
is
see
another
some proof.
SourceBox.
Source plus sandbox
I joined
equals
and told
sign
the creator
SourceBox.
about the
That's
name.
just math.
He changed it to Source&Box after I told him about SourceBox.
Have you contacted the developer known as Rileyzzz?
Look, question
Well,
3.
have I got a juicy scoop for you? Let's just say I have contacted the developer known as Matt Walsh.
What would you say is an appropriate course of action for them to take?
Well,
Running
he changed
high.
the name,
Months
so
of
I guess that
dissecting
was the
Valve
best
code
action.
and making the
because he chose it-
sandbox API. My bitch has destroyed any sliver of morality I once had.
What's your opinion about using the Valve leaked code?
Leaked code
the
is
creator
for
of
pussies.
Half-Life 2 for
I wouldn't
Android,
be able to look
did
myself in the
wonders to the
mirror
leaked
every
code,
morning,
and I couldn't
afraid
be
of the
more
monster
thankful.
I'd see
Porting it
staring
to
back at
Linux,
me.
FreeBSD,
Plus,
and
I
even
don't wanna go to
Android,
hell.
with working touch controls and a launcher. I feel that Valve does not care about Source 1 as much to DMCA the project. His fork is on GitHub for everybody to see, and there are countless other leaks just sitting there. Rileyzzz AR also reverse-engineered Havok physics, so we won't be having issues with Microsoft and Havok.
Do you have any demands for reparation?
Reparations
for the
what?
mental
We are
distress
both
and
chill with each
anxiety
other.
this drama has
He likes
caused
my
me.
project, I
They
like his.
should be ashamed of themselves.
What do you think of S&box as a whole?
I'm
It's very
so glad you
gatekept,
asked
if
that.
that's the correct word to describe it. It should be much more open to the public. Having S&box shouldn't be a badge. Just call the project being an alpha, and any expectations of a full game will be invalidated. Maybe soft launch it like Bad Piggies 2 did, but I don't know how you would do that. S&box has potential, but seeing the slow progress makes me worried for the future.
Would you like to shout anything or anyone out?
If anyone out there's got
we
wicked
need
experience
C++
with Source 1, or
developers,
feels like they don't
mappers,
have enough
modelers,
game-related
or just
anxiety in
play
their life,
testers. Here are some links.
DM me. I might be looking to expand this into a team project. If you want to see updates on the project, I'll be posting dev progress in the brand new Source&Box Discord. Emphasis on the and until we can get this name thing worked out.
I would be grateful if you went back to listen to them separately and boost my retention rate. Coming right up? Oh wait, look at that. Burger King Eagle 1. Now only $1 delivery fee if you order it from the app. Coming right up is an interview done by our field reporter Grodbert. Today we interviewed players of S&Tycoon, one of the most consistently played games in S&box, to see what they find so fun about it. What is it that you find appealing about S&Tycoon?
The AFK nature of the game.
It's one of the few games to play. So here I am. I'm just desperately clinging onto copium that this game will have games someday.
Would you say that the best part of S&Tycoon is how easy it is to get the game going? What keeps you coming back to S&Tycoon?
The fact there is nothing else to play.
Would you say that there are no other progression-based single-player games?
Correct, Jenga is the next best game that is not sandbox or RP. Tycoon is just that. It's a great way to waste time.
Would you play a different Tycoon game if it was more polished and had more features?
I'd play another Tycoon if it had better progression. Polishment isn't a necessity, but features are. This game takes a while to get moving. The barrier to entry is high.
I'm just desperate for someone to hold me.
I interpreted this as them saying games should handhold you and play by themselves, instead of just another joke answer. The last question was more of a statement. So the best way to retain players is to have the least amount of friction.
To retain players, it needs to be accessible. People need to be able to join and have fun right away. S&Tycoon takes hours before you get going.
All my other questions got unanswered, as Itilios goes AFK and Gerard ignores them, instead opting to make a shopping list of features he'd like to see on a Tycoon game. Will you also play another non-Tycoon single-player game if it had a good progress system? Would you be interested in a new Game Plus feature? From what I could gather, what the player base wants is a game with little interaction where you can AFK and dump countless hours but always have more content to explore. The level of polish doesn't seem to matter, but what does is making sure that the pace of the game picks up quickly. It is also interesting to note that both Tycoon and Jenga, which was mentioned earlier by Gerard as the next best game, are popular genre in Roblox. This lends credence to the popular theory that the high number of players these ostensibly unremarkable games receive are due to an overlapping audience with the Roblox crowd. This has been Grobert. Wow, what a crazy week! Or month. It's been a while. But in our Discord server, there are frequent drama updates, the link down below.